rock, more like mediocre in the middle. Jesus Christ. I'm so sick of rappers complaining that they have no friends in the industry, and then they put out an album and they're like, oh yeah, it's all me and my friends who are the features of this album, but I'm still a tortured soul. So annoying. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back to HTST Music. Today we are going to be taking a look at the new Joey Badass album, Lonely at the Top. Joey Badass, New York rapper, veteran rapper, and someone that I have followed for the last few, like, let's say 10 years fairly closely. I was a big fan of his 1999 mixtape. I was a big fan of Before the Badass and Badass America. I did not listen to 2002, which was released in 2022, but I have come back to him now, especially after all the beef stuff that he was trying to trigger with the West Coast, and I thought I would check out the project. Now, unfortunately, for you, for me, for the listeners, and especially probably for hardcore Joey Badass fans, this album is just so incredibly mid, to be honest. I've listened to it 4 times now. I think there's only like 2 songs really that stand out to me. One of them being the title track of the album, which is at the very end, which I will give him credit. You don't get that a lot, where one of the last songs is a standout song. But then, apart from that, it's only Supaflee. And that's because the production on Supaflee is just... it's so catchy. It's so hypnotic. And it just catches you instantly. But everything else on this album, this 11-track album, is... It's like a placeholder generic rap music. You have Joey going through the motions, it really feels like. You know, you can certainly get some influences throughout the years since he has dropped in 2022 properly. Like, I think it's Underwater, or it's I'm pretty sure it's Underwater. That's an awful song. Just terrible. The hook reminds me of Count Me Out by Kendrick Lamar. Or just like, he has a little bit where he copies that kind of do 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 for a second that Kendrick does in that song. Yeah, that's just awful. But yeah, the album itself is just a disappointment. None of the 6-7 features that he has on the album actually really provide or bring anything necessary. It's actually more of a refreshment towards the end of the album when you get to Just Joey, because you feel like he is more locked in on the project at this stage. But again, he's just picking the most generic, kind of vague rap topics that he could have picked. It's hard in the game to find love. 30. I shouldn't be this alone, but this time I'm gonna be ready for love. I don't have any friends in the industry, but here are all my friends on my features. I am the savior of the rap game, but let me put out a mediocre album. It's literally 1, 2, 3 hip hop, in my opinion. Now, if you like this album, I can definitely see some aspects. Maybe just having Joey back into your album cycle is enough for you. Maybe you got really into him during the beef, and this is kind of your first proper introduction to him, which I can understand. But as a pure hip-hop album and a fan, or someone who did follow Joey quite closely, up until about like 2018, 2019, when I just hadn't heard anything from him in a while, this was a letdown. I really thought he was preparing for something a lot more, hard hitting, iconic production, kind of bringing you back to that 1999 kind of style. But yeah, I thought he was going to bring us back to that because he did so much of the promotion album around, oh, I want to start a beef, I think I'm the best lyricist. But then when the beef thing fell apart and he just stopped promoting the album, and you can see why. Now, unless he comes out with something relatively quickly in the next year, no one's going to really take Joey Badass that seriously again. This is not like Lupe Fiasco coming back and dropping a decent album on his comeback when we haven't heard from him in years. No, this is, I need money, I still want to be relevant in hip hop, I'm struggling, which is, you can feel that in this album. There is such a lack, and just a lack of creativity in terms of topics, in terms of flow choices, in terms of production. There's nothing unique, there's nothing that stands out. But on the flip side of that, and I don't want to be too hard, it works as an album. It really, it's as I said, it's middle, just pure consistency of mediocrity throughout the whole thing. And that's why, at the end of the day, I think this album is a 5. I do like Supaflee. I like it a lot. I think, as I said, nice production. Joey sounds energized. There is a feature on it it's not a huge, he doesn't do a lot in it, but again, Joey, it's nice. I also really liked Lonely at the Top. That feels more like Joey actually trying and putting thought and heart and energy into the album, and it happens at the end. So yeah, solid 5. Would I recommend listening to this in your free time? No. Listen to Supaflee. Sorry. Yeah, Supaflee. Listen to Supaflee. Maybe listen to his song with A$AP Ferg if you want, because it's a bit of a vibe, and I also like Ferg's voice. But apart from that, I don't really have much more to say to the album. Favorite track, Supaflee. Least favorite track, Underwater. 5 out of 10. Joey Badass. Unfortunate. Bye, guys.